Hey everyone, this is Mark here at the Action Figuratorium, and if you follow this channel, you probably know that I'm a real big collector of toys, and that on occasion, in fact monthly it seems, I do a show on here called Catch and Release where I tell you about the toys I'm getting rid of, the toys that I'm sending back into the universe to be played with by someone else. It's a show called Catch and Release. And that is how I sort of purge myself of things one direction. But what about the other direction? What about toys that I am collecting, toys that I am looking for to put here in the Action Figuratorium? What are these? Well, today I thought I would just take a few minutes and go through a couple of the searches of things that I'm always looking for on the eBays to try and put into my collection. So stick around. Okay, so I'm going to just limit this to essentially 6 searches that I'm currently looking for. And if you think you have some of these and that you might want to, I wouldn't say sell, but if you wanted to do a trade, love doing trades, love to keep circulating things around. I have it for a while, you have it for a while, and then switch off, that kind of thing. Who doesn't love that? So what is on my list exactly? I am looking for these Mad Magazine Spy versus Spy action figures. I think they're about 3 inches or so, roughly. Here is a page on eBay of them. You can see that they clock in about 40 bucks a figure. I want to pay about $40 for the set. I don't want them new in package. I don't care if they have the accessories. I don't really care if they're played with or marked up. I don't want them broken, but they could have some wear, they could have some discoloration, that kind of thing. What I don't want to do is pay an extra $20 for new in the pack ones that I'm going to then rip open, because I love these guys. I had the Spy vs. Spy paperback magazines, the little, you know, those guys. Growing up as a kid, I had the first 6 and they're fantastic. I love them, and so I really emotionally connect to these figures despite how stupid it is, and they are. So this is kind of on my list of things that I'm always trolling for, and of course price is everything. All right, so next there are 8-inch action figures that NECA makes that represent a bunch of different metal bands. They have a bunch of Iron Maiden ones where they use Eddie and they put him in costume based upon famous album covers or artwork for singles that you may know. They also have them for the Stormtroopers of Death, which was a metal band or kind of a punk metal band in the 80s that had a couple members of the band Anthrax in it. Sergeant D from the from the album cover of Speak English or Die, 80s metal band. Here's what you can see that they're going for. I'm also always looking for the Iron Maiden ones. I have a couple right now. Some of the other ones out there are a bit more expensive. Not a problem. I will wait. Also would love to get one of these Vic Rattlehead Megadeth ones. So these are all figs that I am looking for, trying to collect for the Action Figuratorium. They may show up, they may not. If they do, you can guarantee there will be an unboxing for them. Okay, what else am I looking for? Mythic Legions. Everyone out there loves Mythic Legions. I love them as well. I'm a big fan of fantasy figures. I actually have a variety of alternative fantasy figures to Mythic Legions that play nicely with them. There's ones that Funko make called Magic the Gathering. I think those are cool. I got all 6 of those. So I'm looking for some of the cooler, in my opinion, Mythic Legion stuff. And so the 3 main figures that I'm looking for are the females with hoods. And so there's one called Faustia, and looks like this. Someone's having a flash sale. That means they don't want to sell it at all. And then there's one called Ravina, right? And looks like this. It's got the hood. And then there's this Aja Spirit Bender, assuming you say it like that. Who knows? Don't know. Anyways, these are my 3 main Mythic Legion figures that I am going after. And the goal is to see if you can pick them up for under $100 at this point. That's kind of the goal. Okay, what else is on the list of figures? Does anybody know about these Stan Winston Realm of the Claw action figures? They are some kind of 6 to 7 inch, overly sculpted, too much detail, half jungle cat, half man set of figures. There's, I believe, 6 of them. 4 male, 2 female. They've got the weird feet, leg thing going on. There are, of course, some figurine statues that came out first, and then they were later replaced with an action figure type. They seem to go for kind of a lot. They're like 25 to 30, 40 each. I would like to pay 40 for maybe all 6, but these look cool, and I think they would be worth kicking around having. What else is on the list, you're asking? There must be 2 things left. As you said, this would be just 6 things, and we've hit 4 so far. All right, so more crap from NECA. Who would have guessed? Real big fan of Devo, and would love to get one of the Devo figures. Would actually love to get the pack with the 5 heads. Actually would love to get the pack with the 5 bodies, 5 heads. First choice, second choice, 1 body, 5 heads. Third choice, just a Mark Mothersbaugh. Now, the problem with these figures is that they're really just figurines with a couple points of articulation, a little bit. So in a way, they're kind of lame. Like, to do it right, you really need the 6-inch kind of super body from Mezco, and then get like not a molded, but put like actual kind of rubber suits over them, and then these head sculpts would be perfect for that. So that doesn't mean I don't want one of these, but for $90 for a thing that doesn't really move, and they kind of look like Devo, if you know what Devo looks like, and that's good enough for me. But it's nothing that I feel like rushing into. All right, so the last thing that I am currently on the hunt for, and again, these are all things that you wouldn't think that I'm looking for, but I'm really trying to find one of these Monty Python Holy Grail 12-inch figures from Sideshow Collectibles, and I have a Sir Robin in the box, which I guess I'm going to, I was thinking I would just keep it, I would get rid of it eventually rather than open it, but it may be that I open it, and I also have a Black Knight in the box, and it may be that I open that. And what would really influence that is if I got a King Arthur, because with a King Arthur you can do a King Arthur Black Knight series. With a Sir Robin, you can do Sir Robin and any kind of a rabbit gag that you want. I've got plenty of rabbit action figures, as well as figures that dress up like rabbits. I don't know what's going on with that stuff. I don't make that stuff. It's real easy to get it. It's just, if you hang out here long enough, it will show up. So this is no different, if you ask me. If you hang out here long enough, one of these will show up. But this is kind of what I'm looking for. So I'm not really sure what to call this thing where you just go and make a video and say, I'm looking for toys, what do you got? But some people might find it interesting to see what other people are into collecting, or what they want to collect, or what they're looking for, or why they're looking for it. For me, I'm always looking for things that I think would make interesting subjects, things that you can make into sort of pop culture, or take existing pop icons and twist them and turn them into something new and unique, and retell stories with old figures, and turn old figures into new figures, all by just shifting the context. And the more things you get that you can play with, the more variety you can come up with. So anyways, if you found that interesting, let me know. I would love to hear from you.